Welcome to another episode of Let's Get Streamed. In the last episode, I compared readings among the 3 different digital scales, including the one that I've been using, and try and find out what the differences are between them. And at the end of the video, I promised I would compare those readings to an old style tension calibrator, meaning this one up there. Specifically, this one's made by Gamma, but there's there's all kinds of similar ones. I think they're spring-loaded inside. It reads in both kilograms scale as well as the pound scale. So I got the same amount of weight hung up. So I'm gonna go up and find out how to read this thing. Up there. Okay, it goes from 10 pounds to 30 pounds to 50 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 4 divisions between 30 and 50. So each division is 20 divided by 4. Each division is 5 pounds. So looks like we're at more than 55 pounds for sure. And I would like to turn on my flashlight in order to find out how to read this darn thing. Okay, now I got my flashlight turned on. All right, we are beyond the first tick, which is 55 pounds. And we are like definitely not a full tick, because the second tick is not showing. So it's very hard to determine, like in between each ticks, how much is showing. So depending on how you're reading this thing or how good your eyesight is, this could be 55, this could be like 2 or 3 pounds over, so it would be like 57 or 58. Right, basically, because it's definitely not enough for it to be 60. Right, so I would say like it's more than halfway to the next tick. Maybe 60, maybe 60% to the next tick. So yeah, 55, let's call it 58. Let's call it 58 pounds then. All right, I'm happy with that. 57 and a half, 58 pounds. You can't be any more precise than that, because there's no way, this is not digital. So how does the reading from this Gamma calculator compare to my digital readings? In rewatching, playing the video back and redetermine what the marks are supposed to indicate, I think it's at least 58 pounds. It might be over 58, but it's hard to tell since there's just a big gap in between. It doesn't have fine resolution for you to read it. So I mean, I called it as 58 pounds at the time. So assuming this is a golden standard, as good as a golden standard, what everybody buys and calibrate their machines with, it comes in pretty close to my kitchen scale measured. Okay, if this were just a tag over 58, it comes in very close to what my kitchen scale reading is supposed to be. And as a matter of fact, it comes very close to what my original meter measured. It's just half a pound difference, 0.2 pounds difference there. 57.8, around 58. It could be 58 plus, I don't know. So it's 0.2 difference there versus my new meter number 2. there's a 0.4 pound difference there versus my new meter number 3. There's a 0.3 pound difference there. So anywhere between 0.2 to 0.3 to 0.4 pounds different. Alright, so the gamma is measuring lower than these two, but higher than my original one, and lower than my kitchen scale measurements. So maybe going forward, maybe I will keep this non-digital one as backup to just compare my you know, as a backup to my digital, as a backup to these two digital meters as a comparison, and just keeping in mind that what this thing reads may be like 0.3 to 0.4 difference versus the digital ones, which is, in grand scheme of things, it's really not such a big deal. Like I said, unless you have a golden standard, golden standard with known weight of around 50 pounds that you can use to qualify or to certify any one of these meters, either it be the non-digital one or the digital one. You can't really tell. What I can tell right now is that what's being sold on the market, this is specifically made to calibrate a tennis racket stringer, and that reads very close to what my digital meters are reading. Okay, so I have no complaints there. Let me know what you think. Are these numbers close enough? If I were you, if you were me, what calibrator would you actually trust? Or would you go out and buy one of those expensive ones? Would you rather trust those expensive ones just because they're more pricey, or they're being sold by a major stringer company or racket stringer company? And perhaps in the next video I will actually mount up every one of these calibrators up on my stringer, and then have it pull a certain amount of tension and have it compared to what my tension head thinks that it's pulling. Wouldn't that be interesting? So stay tuned for the next video, and I shall do more experiments regarding these calibrators. It's my way of comparing and qualifying, and it's for my own useful information as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you next time. Take care.